News.
Okay. The last 2 hours, I've had Ron Paul on. I've covered the VFWs being told we're going to register your knives, your rifles, 160-year-old cannons, that old tank out front that's welded to the ground, and the DHS lists the veterans as the #1 terror group that Homeland Security set up for. I always told you it was for you. This is a criminal takeover. But it's now happening. We're taking your calls on that. Then I'm going to get into a bunch of other issues and financial news. We got Walter Williams, the economist, joining us for the first time ever. That'll be interesting. WeAreChange pops in for like 10 minutes. They did a great job confronting General Myers, who was over the 9/11 attacks in NORAD. And I want to just have them pop in about that. And we're going to get a quick, at the end of the show, from a press conference that just started on the south side of the Capitol against this bill that openly ends the Fourth Amendment in Texas. The government can kidnap your children. No judge, no jury, no order. CPS are God creatures. They have the power of Henry VIII, or they have the power of, a medieval pope or something, and to just do whatever they want. Just absolutely incredible. Let's go to the calls here. Mark in Minnesota. No, that's Maryland, excuse me, who's a veteran, chiming in on this. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. I am a veteran. I was until this year a proud veteran, but I'm quickly losing my pride with things that are going on. This Obama administration's tearing me up. When you look at the Veterans Hospital and stuff and the way they've abandoned veterans, you really got to wonder. You know, I saw the article last night about the VFW, and it alarmed me because of what happened back in the 80s with the militia groups and banning any military training with militias. And it did alarm me, so I went to work this morning, and I got a hold of the Washington, D.C. headquarters of VFW, and I talked to this fellow who was very perturbed. His name is Jerry Newberry. I have his phone number. I can give it to you offline if you like.
Hold on. I had a pen in here, and it's been run off with like everything else. Thank you, sir. Just got thrown a pen. Let me write down these names. It was Jerry Newberry?
Yes, sir. Jerry Newberry. He's public relations, Washington, D.C. He's supposed to be one of the head honchos, public relations. 816-756-3390.
That's a public number?
Yes. Well, yes.
Okay, 816-756-3390. Okay.
Right. Now, the official version that he gave to me, it seems that the VFW is going to take the side of the government.
Of course they are. It's going to grovel. If they told veterans groups to turn their firearms in and to throw their kids off cliffs, the leadership of the VFW and all these groups would say, Heil Hitler. Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying. I really do. But, first thing, he was very perturbed, and he said he was defending Dan West. He said Dan West, the sergeant, is internal male, and his words were threatening, not the government's words. It was the sergeant's words that were threatening, and he was trying to motivate the post commanders to comply with this.
Motivate them. It's always all in Texas and Kentucky and California, confirmed in the news. It's just base commanders by themselves tell all the troops who live off base to register their private firearms. It's never the feds. It wasn't Obama banning the sale of brass from the military to reloader companies. Obama had introduced all these gun bills to basically ban the Second Amendment. He didn't call for total gun bans as a state senator. His attorney general didn't argue for it last year in federal court, a total national gun ban. No. I mean, these people are sick.
I know, and it gets worse, Alex, because what he says next is alarming because it's so incriminating that it's hard to believe. Now,
Stay there. I want to hear when you're talking to who you say as a caller, but I believe you. We'll call and check it, though we haven't confirmed it. Jerry Newberry, Public Relations, D.C., and this is what happens. We break the news, thanks to listeners giving us tips. Everybody will run around and find out it's 50 times worse than even I said. We'll find out how bad it is on the other side. Stay there, Mark, then Rob, James, Bill, John, and others. Stay with us.